I miss those mid-afternoon peanut butter spoons. I miss those mid-afternoon peanut butter spoons. I miss them. I miss you. I miss those mid-afternoon peanut butter spoons. I miss those mid-afternoon peanut butter spoon. I miss them. This is the Valleycast.
Wow.
I'm in a place.
I felt it.
That track is called If Peanut Butter Spoons Was a Sad Love Song.
Surprising track title
Yeah.
for the content.
It's abstract, I guess.
A
A little bit of a curveball there.
It's beautiful, but not at all in any realm of any universe the type of song I would choose to open a podcast. But it's wonderful. Wonderfully sad, and now I'm sad.
What podcast is this, Steve?
This is called the Valleycast, Elliot Morgan.
Oh, I heard about you guys.
yeah.
Couple of wisecrackers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and today we
And
have
I meant
a special...
that in a racist way.
Oh, good.
We're
so
here
you
with
know.
the
It's about
old,
time we get some of that white racism on here.
We're,
it's
we're,
fu-
we're here
fucking-
with our special guest, 3-lighter Malcolm.
Yeah.
Why do you have so many lighters, Malcolm? Malcolm.
I'm lighter read.
Malcolm, I know I missed a few. I know I missed a few birthdays, so you earned it.
4-lighter Malcolm.
Why do you have 4 lighters, Malcolm?
I honestly.
This is my lighter right there.
Well, I had 3.
No, you stole that from my house.
Why are you taking
Did I?
everybody's
Yeah,
lighters,
because
Malcolm?
that's those higher path lighters are.
I was wondering where
It's
I got
yours.
it.
I mean,
was
you can
wondering.
have it.
Well, I have it.
So you wouldn't give it back?
Malcolm, your T-shirt perfectly matches the wall behind you.
Yeah, I know. People are gonna draw dicks and Cookie Monsters on me.
Well, now they're going to.
Yeah,
Guys,
definitely.
welcome to the Valleycast. My name is Steve Zaragoza. I've recorded 3 other podcasts today, and this is
3.
the
2.
this
2.
is the
Hyperbole.
this
I was
is
in-
the 7th
Why
podcast in a row.
Why exaggerate? by
There's
just
7.
one?
There's 7 podcasts.
Did you exaggerate?
No.
What?
There's a world where
You
I
did
believed
too.
it in my own head.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
How many
that's called
girlfriends have
being
you
a good
had?
liar.
7. You've had 6.
My-
Whatevs.
My friend Jacob tells not the tallest of tales. They're like slightly taller than you tales. They're actually kind of believable, but like
But
Are
they're
you
not
doing?
true.
Are you telling a true thing right now, or are you doing?
no. I'm talking about Steve and his like. Not
I was
weird.
talking. I was talking with Grace about this last night about people who will tell lies in ways that are totally inconsequential, but they feel a need to like alter it just a little.
It's a little bit of power.
It's power,
yeah.
and it's I think a desperate need to seem interesting.
I think it's fear. Because I've
could
definitely
be,
lied.
Insecurity.
I've definitely lied at the end of a story. Like
Yeah.
I could tell no one was
Yeah.
Well, if
interested.
you're an entertainer,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
gotta sometimes.
And I was like,
Tell
that
it.
dog punched that lady in the cunt. It was
Have
horrible.
you? Yeah. Have you heard the? And then I found $5
library?
trick. The
At the library?
in
In
college.
the young adult section?
Yeah, it was freaky, man. I thought it was like a normal day. It wasn't.
I was just
Listen,
going in
listen.
for my goosebumps, and then all of a sudden,
Don't be perverted. Listen
Elliot
to me.
has a thing.
I have a thing. In college, I learned about a thing called the and then I found $5 rule, which is the G-rated version of what you just said. If you can always be like, and then I found $20, and then people find the story interesting.
Why'd you change
If
it from
find-
5 to 20?
You see,
Well,
you're
that's
also
the-
doing
the
you're
thing.
That's
doing
an
the-
example. And then I found $5.
guys, welcome
What
to
podcast?
the Valleycast. On this podcast, we bring topics to the table. Sometimes we have them before the show starts. Sometimes they happen in the middle of the show, and sometimes one topic will be as long as an entire show. And that's okay, and nobody cares because there's going to be like 7,000 of these episodes. And, just like Table Talk. Remember Table Talk back in the day? People were like, I hated that episode of Table Talk. Fucking pissed. And it's like, there's 9 million episodes of Table Talk.
Yeah.
There's at least one that is a good time. So anyway, that's the excuse I'm making about
Never seen
this
Table
show, which also has special guest Malcolm Barrett.
I've been on 50% of your shows, or as you would say, 97% of your shows.
Yeah, because you were on...
Steve is wearing 3 shirts today.
Because you
Yeah,
were...
yeah.
Slight lie.
You were in the Santa Steve video.
I was in one of your Santa Steve's videos.
Yeah, you were in the first ever Valley Folk Santa Steve video.
You want to help me out with the microphone?
Just a little
Punch him in
bit.
the face.
But what? How did you enjoy it?
Oh, I didn't care either way, man.
Yeah,
Like,
it was nice. Thank you for doing that.
You're welcome.
But yeah, Malcolm is.
Yeah.
Malcolm.
There's 42 people there.
Totally neutral.
There was a lot of people there.
But
Yeah.
Malcolm is about to be on a program that seems very awesome.
I married Katherine Heigl.
You married Katherine Heigl
on a show.
On a show.
Just the pilot, though, as I decant her.
Steve, if you were on that show, you would have married 2 Katherine Heigls.
It's true. And what's better than 2 Katherine Heigls?
Malcolm and the Heigls.
Too many Heigls.
Too many Heigls.
Too many Heigls.
Show's pitched.
all right,
that
What's
show
the
writes
show?
itself.
What's the show about?
We need
Tell
a,
people about
hold
it.
on. We need a theme song for that show for our
For
next
Too Many
podcast.
Heigls?
Yeah.
Yeah, ready?
All right.
Get your fucking crappy instrument. Yeah. 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 I got too many Heigls.
Try this one.
It's the Adult Swim version of the show.
I do it.
Too many Heigls. Too many Heigls. She's famous. Too many Heigls. Hey, I thought there was only one Heigl. This show's got fucking 2 Heigls.
You know what that is?
Too many Heigls. 1, 2, 3. Too many Heigls. Too many Heigls. Too many Heigls in a pocket. A Panthers.
That I actually truly loved that song. When you kicked into the
It was
chorus.
really
Like,
good.
This is a good song.
It's not bad. This is a hard line to,
Man.
to dance around.
Tell us about your
It's
show. Too many
unpicked up
Heigls.
pilot.
Yeah. Can you talk about it? How was your experience? You worked with the legendary.
All right. Let's let you talk
I
about your
really
shit.
like that song.
Who cares? It's just fucking.
We're just having a good time.
I pitched to them that we call it My White Wife.
That's
But,
such
um,
a fun name.
I was like, let's do that, and then they were like,
That made it like
Come
2
on, man.
inches before they were like, no.
they were like, no.
way.
We don't care.
Yeah.
Do you think someone at least wrote it down on a piece of paper?
I did.
For you?
I wrote it down and showed it to people when they walked by.
Did someone out? Did like a PA go like write it down just in case?
Yeah, they do fake write stuff down for me if I yell
Yeah.
at it. If I say it loud enough,
Yeah.
they definitely. I'm like, give me 24 roast beef sandwiches. They're like, that's
Would you rather them fake
They should be able to
write
remember
or ignore it completely?
I'm gonna fire them either way.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to like rewind like 7 steps. All right. So you shot a pilot for CBS.
Yes.
Not called My White Wife or Too Many Heigls. It's
No.
called.
Our House.
And you, did you write it?
I didn't write it. I
cast in
got
it.
cast in it, which I don't understand. With Nicholas.
I get it. You're
Stiller
very talented.
And Brendan. I want to say something else with a last name in it.
Don't want to or do want to?
I do.
Were you
it's not
attached
gonna happen.
to it, or were you you
They
auditioned?
cast me. I didn't. I just came in. They were like, "Come in, like, be it," because I did some.
So
other
you were
thing.
kind of getting tested. Is that the deal?
No, they just said.
They liked you.
They said,
What a
do the
fun
thing. Do the thing.
life and talent.
So you were kind of
validating
chosen. Like you were.
I was.
I'm trying to.
I'm the
did you go through
Jesus
the-
of
Brendan
pilots.
O'Brien.
Yes.
Thank you,
Jesus Christ.
Steve.
I worked with him for a full week. You
Brendan Not Conan O'Brien.
Oh boy.
It's very exciting.
So
congratulations.
You
Thank you.
performed in front of a live studio audience. What was that like?
I did. It was
there-
amazing. She had never performed in front of a live studio.
Oh,
audience
really? How
ever
was it?
in her
How
life.
how was?
Oh,
How
she was scared as crap.
Really?
No, she was fine. I mean,
She's a pro.
She was probably nervous, but then knocked it out of the park.
But you know what? What helped is that I was there to help everyone, and a lot of times people elevate if I'm around. Do you know what I mean? And make their work better.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They improve.
I do know.
These are some
This
of your best.
podcast is the
Heard of
best
it.
podcast we've ever made.
It's my favorite one of today,
Do you?
and I've done 3.
That's a lot.
I've done 3 podcasts
4.
today. I've done.
Oh yeah, Steve.
'cause
It's a Steve 4.
It's a Steve. It's a
It's a Steve 4.
It's a
yeah.
Steve 7.
God, even that term is hilarious. To say something is a Steve 4 just means it's one more.
One more than
Just because of this one time, I'm fucking tired as fuck.
But he says it in
and
a
was
way
like,
that's
I
supposed
did
to be
4.
impressive.
It takes more.
No,
work
I'm not
say
trying
it.
to impress anybody with my podcasts, Elliot.
I
There's
had
nothing-
2 Hot Pockets.
There's nothing impressive about any of these podcasts.
I had 2 Hot Pockets.
That's a solid lie.
God dang it.
Because I saw one Hot Pocket wrapper, so there might be a secondary.
Dude, I bought
Scoping for pocket wrappers?
out here.
Pocket wrappers?
Pocket wrappers.
I bought
my
Hot
new
Pockets.
app. My new app. You guys see my new app, Pocket Rappers? It's just little T-Pain
It's a
songs
tower
you can put in your
defense
pocket.
game with...
Yeah.
Listen to me.
It's a role player.
It's a
Malcolm,
role
I
play.
have
You know
something to
RPG?
say.
Who?
I bought Hot Pockets about 6 months ago to keep them at the office because I thought every now and then it'd be nice to have a Hot Pocket, and they are the most disgusting thing
They're awful.
in the world.
They're awful.
Today still?
I love Frozen to this day. They are the most worst. They
Do
are
you
the
still
worst.
have some of those Hot Pockets?
No,
from
I
6
threw them
months
out.
ago?
I mean, I
all
had a Hot Pocket or two in my day.
Hot
and,
Pockets are the worst thing
I'll tell
ever,
you.
and I didn't know.
You
and I
got
don't
the
know-
ham and cheese. And
I
that's
can't
like the
believe-
worst decision.
Yeah,
you can
ham
make.
and cheese
Yes.
is like...
Yes.
You get excited because it's got ham and cheese,
No,
and then you're
it's
like,
like-
these aren't real things.
It's,
It's-
hot
nope.
vomit and
Yep.
sponge pieces.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
I can't believe I'm angry.
Would you like sponge pieces? Try a Hot Pocket.
Yeah.
Do you
It's
like-
got cheese almost.
Do you want hot stomach acid?
Hey, you know how cheese is never really actually good anyway? This is worse.
Hey, for all of you people
Okay,
out
well,
there
now I
that
feel
like
like
to
you've got-
taste throw up before you throw up,
Why don't you wash it down with a nice adult drink like Gatorade?
I don't understand the
Hey,
reference.
did you have Blue Zero?
Mountain lightning,
Yeah.
blue.
blue ice.
Hey, do you have a color and a noun? Then you've got a Gatorade.
Yeah, man. Hot Pockets are the fucking worst. They're disgusting.
Wash it down with red skateboard.
It's like gotta be a weather thing.
Wait. But here's really quick.
Have you have green El Nino? Green El Nino is
really
very
good.
What's the best Hot Pocket flavor you remember?
Pepperoni and cheese, straight
Yeah.
up.
I guess it was.
I guess that might be the only one worth, but yeah.
was the simplest
Ham and cheese was
one.
all I had growing up, and I just thought it was good, and I
Ugh.
can't believe I was allowed to.
Dude, there's a
eat it.
broccoli and cheese, I think.
The broccoli and cheese is
no,
okay.
God, no.
It's okay because at least it's like there's some semblance of a
No.
vegetable
None of you
in there.
guys' parents were around.
I mean,
One of 'em
it
was gone,
feels
yeah,
like
for
that,
sure.
right?
Oh.
Like my parents were around, but
They
I
were
can't
just-
believe that got into my system so much.
Well, it's because they fell for the marketing stuff. I mean,
My dad was gone, but my mom loved me enough to never give me a Hot Pocket.
yeah. See,
Yeah.
we were just
I
like
didn't grow up like that, man.
I mean, my parents would go to the grocery store and they'd be like, "What's on sale?" Okay, there we go, Hot Pockets.
Yeah, my parents do a lot of sales stuff, and then my parents still are really into like the reduced fat stuff, which is like not good because it's all
Same,
like
yeah.
sugar.
It's all
filled.
science.
Yeah, and it's all
Reduced
like
fat sour
aspartame.
cream.
Yeah, reduced fat sour cream, and then they're like, "We're being healthy." I'm like, "You're not," and it doesn't taste good.
Right.
My mom used to give me on the train, because we were Brooklyn people, she'd give me an egg that she maybe wrapped in a newspaper or
Like a
something
bowl,
like
like
that.
a hard boiled,
like a boiled egg or
like a
whatever.
raw egg,
Yeah. No, not raw.
fresh from the chicken.
Hold this very gently and have a good time on the subway.
Were those eggs piping hot from the chicken?
Piping that birth egg straight on the table.
So you had a
Chicken
hard-boiled
to
egg.
chicken to table.
Chicken to table. Chicken to hood table. Farm eggs.
Chicken to train.
chicken to train tables. What are those classic chicken to train eggs? Is what my mom would feed me. And it'd be like newspaper, and then you could see almost like the comic of the paper sometimes.
almost
you
like
know
a
what I
Slilly
mean?
Putty,
Yeah,
almost.
yeah, but it was for food.
Well, it was scrambled
Your
or a
food-
hard-boiled egg.
Your food was wrapped in newspaper that sometimes had a cartoon printed on it.
I don't even know if this is a real memory.
Okay. all right.
Okay, yeah.
My-
Because
This
you
is one
haven't
of
you haven't answered me one question about the egg.
it was
This
round.
podcast is about lies, I guess.
Yeah, you had 2 eggs, didn't you?
There was 2 eggs.
It was a Steve too.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I had
Steve
I
one.
had half an.
Some
I had
people
half
like
an
their eggs
egg.
scrambled. I'll have mine as Steve too.
I had almost an egg. Anyway, that's the story of me eating an egg.
Good
yeah,
story.
yeah, it was solid.
So
Got a thumbnail.
on another podcast, we did our Wu-Tang names, which is what Donald
A
Glover,
podcast that's coming
Yeah,
out
yeah.
in the future.
childlike Danny Glover,
Yeah, yeah.
you got his name Childish Gambino from. So Malcolm, have you put your name into a Wu-Tang Clan?
Yes, my name is Baby Force Fed. The God
God, I hope that's true.
Are you writing this down?
Baby force-fed the god.
Long pause.
The god.
No, it actually when I type it in to the to the Wu-Tang Clan, the Wu-Tang name generator,
Oh boy.
your name comes out as
Baby force fed the god.
Beloved Observer.
Ooh,
Same
that
thing.
is a god name. The beloved observer.
Beloved.
Beloved observer.
Yeah, same thing. I get the game.
No,
It's
don't put
B
the-
dash loved.
Yeah, beloved the observer.
Put in baby force-fed and see what comes out.
Baby force
If it says
fed.
Malcolm Barrett, I'm gonna walk out. I'm going home.
It says misunderstood watcher.
Oh my god, that's another god.
These are all my pseudonyms.
yeah.
Wow. Are you putting that
Roman
in now?
though.
I'm
What
putting
was-
Mike Falzone in.
What was you guys'?
Oh, I'll find it. Yeah, Joe is
This is spoilers for a future episode.
intellectual destroyer.
Yes.
Elliot is dynamic magician.
Boom.
Oh, dynamic magician.
And I am erratic desperado.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
Childish Gambino found the only good Wu-Tang rap name.
Yeah,
Exactly.
he really
I thought the same
did.
damn thing. Like that
Yeah.
one makes sense. All right, explain what this podcast is. I'm gonna grab my son, and then I'm gonna do my thing, and then I gotta get replaced.
So this podcast is the Valley Folk, Elliot Morgan, Joe Beretta, Lee Newton, and myself, Steve Zaragoza. And what we do is we bring topics to the table, and there's usually 4 of us. And Lee is not with us in this episode, but we have Malcolm Barrett as our special guest. Elliot's here. Joe's going to leave in just a minute, but we're going to have a replacement special guest jumping in. And we're just going to talk about whatever the hell we want, do some sponsors, and then get the hell out.
I'm down. I could unnecessarily change my hair color so I could be Lee.
Yeah, you could do that. You want to just wear a pink wig?
No.
You could never be Lee.
Damn it.
Yeah, give it a shot.
My memoir, You Could Never Be Lee, comes out Thursdays. Paperback.
You can never believe.
You could never. Oh.
Not a big fan of puns, huh? Elliot, you got any topics, buddy?
Yeah, guys.
Hey, silence really hits for podcasts.
Certainly does. Everyone loves it.
There's no drop off. Listen, I the other night when we were hanging out,
You guys hang out in real life?
we were hanging out in a life way. Yeah, sometimes we do that. It was cool. We were at a bar. We're at a hotel bar for this thing that we are
Swaggy.
doing, and it's very exciting and fun. And we're there, and we're all hanging out, and you passed around a pen that had marijuana in it.
Uh-huh.
And I had a little bit of it, and then I had also had some drinks. I sat down, I was like, I'm gonna have a drink in a second. I'm gonna enjoy this. And then me and Grace departed.
You
And-
died.
And I want to tell you what
This
happened.
realm.
I want to tell you what happened after we departed.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
We were barely in this realm, and that's where this is going. We got in the Uber, and we're there, and we are sitting there, and everything's chill. We're talking about like the everyone, and Gracie didn't know everybody. It's very fun, very cool. And then we start. She lives on like I would say is near the top of like a pine cone, and so much as it's like up, but there's a bunch of tiny roads to get to where her place is. And we got to a place up on the pine cone hill where the
Lover's
road-
Crotch.
Lover's Crotch, as they call it, and it's in Glendale. And but we were in Lover's Crotch in Glendale, and the road was blocked by cars. This is like 1 a.m. or something. And a thing happened where I felt myself go, I'll take care of this. And I got out of the car and then went over, and there was they were all like big pickup trucks. And I went, and I couldn't find a doorbell, so I just hammered on the door for a second. And I remember hearing Grace go, Elliot, what are you doing? And I looked back, and I was like, what do you mean? I was like, I'm just going to get them to move their car. And she's like, don't do that. And I was like, okay. And then I looked around, and you ever have like a moment of clarity? And I looked around, and surrounded on the everywhere were decorations that were guns. They were just guns pointing at each other, and sort of like old-timey Western paraphernalia that was all gun. And I was like, I shouldn't have done this. And I went and got back in the Uber, and I put my hands on my lap, and I didn't say a word. and we got back, and I was like, I was like, I'm so sorry. I was like, I don't know what happened. I was like, but I think I just tried to get some people who could kill me to move their cars. And Grace was like, yes, you did. And she was like, we're fine, it's all good. And I was like, great. And so then it made me think about times like this that I've had where I get weirdly aggressive and completely not thinking happen. And so that's my prompt for today's discussion.
Wow, what?
It's like moments where I'm like, I am so embarrassed and I don't know where that came from and I don't know what I was thinking, and it was all fine, but it was like, oh, this is like a weird streak that can like come out at me at the weirdest times.
Whoa. Okay, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to conjure up something out of my mind of personal experience, but I do feel like that when I've seen you around ya lady or previous ya ladies, you get chivalrously aggressive sometimes, and I feel like subconsciously in your state, whatever state you were in, you were like, I need to do something about this. So you got out of the car to go do something about it.
I think you're right.
And
I think you're totally
you
right.
were not thinking about what you were actually doing.
Didn't think about the fact that it was
Because you
1 in
were on the
morning
edge
and
with a couple of substances.
there was that, which was a factor. But even in that moment, I was like, "Oh, this is what you did." Like,
Yeah, this was his duty.
In my mind, I was like, "Well, it's all this is what you." And also, I was like, "If I had blocked the road, I'd want people to tell me." And I was like, I don't want to be a dick.
He's gonna want to know this.
And I'd be like, I bet this guy doesn't want to
be aware of this.
Yeah, like people might think you're a dick if you're blocking the road with your car, and I didn't think about the fact that no, they may not mind that they're blocking the road at all. They might mind somebody
doing
knocking
it
on their
on
door
purpose, 100%.
Yeah, and anyway, it was a very fun time and a very fun, crazy night. And then the next day, I woke up and I was like, "Do you remember when I did that?" And we laughed for a good long time about it. But anyway,
I'm glad you're not dead.
Yeah, that night
It's
was
an antic.
very strange
Mm-hmm.
at one point. And then the next day, I was just kind of like, because I was having a celebratory drink with you guys.
Yeah, that night was very crazy. That was a crazy
Yeah,
night.
and then the next morning I woke up and I was like, I feel like what hangovers might feel like.
Yeah, but
Oh,
you
did
also
you have your first hangover?
I don't know. No, I had one that was kind of like in Vegas.
you might be
There's a small child over there.
Yeah,
you might not be having a hangover. You might just be experiencing not feeling like 100%, which also happens.
Yeah, that might have
It's
been
like a
it
whole
too.
range of
Yeah.
whatever. Anyway, it sounded like that story was crazier to y'all than it was to me in the moment. But
It's very strange. It's very unlike you.
yeah.
I
yeah.
wouldn't roll up to a car with a bunch of guns on it.
Yeah.
Like, excuse me, sir. Probably.
Right? I don't think I would.
Right, and I wouldn't think I would either.
You were in it.
I
Lady was in the
and it
car.
was so casual. Yeah, and I
I
was
was
like,
like,
oh,
I'm the fucking man right now.
I'm gonna politely
I'm
ask
gonna
them to
make
move
them
their
move their
car.
car.
Yeah, and we're gonna.
So
They're gonna want to know this.
are you trying to elicit those types of experiences out of us?
I don't know if you guys have ever, or if anybody has ever, just a weird thing, but you have moments of like out of body experiences in the sense of like that didn't feel like me, wasn't me, and I'm embarrassed of whatever that was.
Yeah, I get told that I said certain things that I don't remember saying at all. And that's weird.
Especially because you don't drink. Like,
yeah.
That's even weirder.
Yeah,
thought-
but I think it's like weirdly like off the cuff things.
that happens to me. I've said weird when you say a bunch of weird things
All
and
the
then
time.
and then someone brings up something from 4 weeks ago. Where
Yeah.
they're like, and you said you'd spike a turtle. You're like, that doesn't.
Yeah, I don't remember
Like
that.
a turtle.
Like a volleyball?
Yeah. Like I don't know. Like off the cuff.
Like,
Sure. Like you do.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
spike-
that's
you
the
spike a turtle.
closest I come to that kind of thing. I feel like it's like I don't remember saying that,
You
but
ever
it
say
sounds like
stuff
something
when
I'd say.
It does
falling
always
asleep?
sound like something you say,
Yeah,
right? So you
yeah.
got to go with it.
Yeah, you got to just go with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to say I have these like stories where even like in a drunken fit, I would get aggressive or get in fights because I've had friends like that. I've
Yeah.
had friends that are like totally pacifistic in nature when they're sober, but they'll totally just punch pavement when they're drunk and just be nuts and aggressive.
Literally
pavement.
punch pavement.
Yeah, or just like they could borderline kill a guy or two guys if they were Steve. You know,
Well, acting out.
a Steve
Call
too.
back.
Oh, I got
Call
it. Got it.
back.
Got it.
Call
Yeah, and I've had those friends, but that's not in my nature either. I wish I had an example for you.
No, it's fine.
Man.
My last closest to fight, I was in Canada, shooting Timeless.
Oh, yeah.
a television show.
Congrats.
Huge. Oh, thank you.
I mean, it's around. It got.
Malcolm, you're welcome.
It's canceled, so
It
I don't
got
know.
to. It got to end though.
No, it's great. It's over.
It's got a good audience.
No, I'm excited about it. But it was really weird because I was like walking with a girl, and then there was like and there was like a guy who was like behind us who I thought was her ex-boyfriend who got thrown out of the club earlier, and it was hilarious because then I was like, "There's someone to go there. Oh, there's a guy back there," and she's like, "Alex." I'm like,
Alex?
"Oh, holy fuck!" I'm making up these names, but then it was like I had a whole thing with this guy, and we were like face to face, and then I was at some point. This is the two funniest things is that like I'd been hanging out with a bouncer who did all these like techniques. Like, so I was like feeling myself.
He was like helping you out.
I was like, so I like got closer because he said something. Like the one thing I learned from Brooklyn is like, if anybody says something and you move closer and they don't do anything, then they're scared. And then this other guy was like, hey, you get closer with the hands because then they can't like hit you with all the power. So then
Closer
I was
with
like,
the hands? What do you mean?
like when you're this close, they can't hit you full strength.
Yeah, they can't reel
punching
back.
because they're too close. But then the funniest part is that I go, I'm trying to remember this exactly, and I'm like, he's like, you want to go? He was like, I don't have to work for like another week. And I was like,
Oh my
I was
God.
like, are you an actor? He's like, yes. I was like, what the hell? I don't want to get into an actor fight.
But also
An actor fight.
Like,
agreeing on the fight because you both aren't working right now.
it's just like
That's the latest.
I don't shoot for another week and a half. I was
That's
like,
so funny.
So like
want
he
one
was
of
cool
these.
with getting like a shiner or something.
he's like,
Yeah,
I'll take
that's
the
what it sounds like.
I'll take the fucking punishment, man.
Yeah, holy shit.
I don't fucking shoot, man. I gotta fucking.
Did you just go like, hey, yo, were you on Law and Order? And then you guys just start talking about,
I was like,
actor stuff?
Okay, what episode were you in?
dude,
Oh my
that's the
God.
one I was on.
Oh my god! And this is how are you though?
No, baby, be quiet. I'm talking to Alex.
Yeah.
That's
Mariska
exactly-
Hargitay, the worst. Am I right?
I mean,
That DP. You remember that DP?
Chuck Ryan?
Yeah, oh yeah.
And on Marissa Hargitay, I'm going to tap out. I'm going to go pick up my daughter and take her to track.
Oh, family
And
man.
I'm going to tap Mike in. What I was going to do was bring my son onto this podcast, but he got shy, and he was going to talk about his 5-year-old review of Shazam.
well, maybe one day. Maybe one day.
We're gonna-
Conceptually, that's amazing.
Conceptually, it is.
I like the idea of him returning when he's like 15 or 16 and then telling us his review
Exactly.
of Shazam.
All right, I love you, Malcolm. Sorry I have to go out.
Peace, homie.
Tapping
Joe.
in Mike. Bye, guys.
But in the meantime, while we're tapping, you want to do the ad reads? real
Sponsor,
fast?
yeah, go ahead.
Guys, let's do
Sponsor.
some sponsor
Do you want me to
reads.
pull up some music for you, Elliot?
Yeah, let's
What would
do
you
it.
like to hear?
I would love to hear something soft and soothing, if that's fine.
Okay. Let's see what we got here.
Here we go.
I said let's see what we got here.
Let's do it.
Okay, here we go. How's this?
Yeah, let's put a little commercial with me. Oh.
I love it. Guys, I'd like to tell you a little bit while Mike Falzone gets situated, everybody. It's youtube.com/Mike Falzone coming in to join us for the remainder of the Valleycast. In the meantime, let's talk about some sponsors. The first thing I'd like to tell you about is Me Undies. These undies are so soft, they make Bob Ross' voice sound like Gilbert Gottfried. You know what I'm talking about? Me Undies uses the coveted micromodal fabric, which is a full 3 times softer than cotton. Not only will you feel like your loins are being hugged by joy itself, but Me Undies gives you multiple style options for both men and women. Men can now try the new Boxer Brief with a fly, which is the same great cut as Boxer Brief, but now with an added option for guys who prefer to go through the gate versus over the fence. We all know what we're talking about. Am I right or am I right? MeUndies is also the go-to for the softest loungewear on the planet. Hang out in their super comfy lounge pants and onesies. Yes, MeUndies makes onesies. You heard us correctly. They're incredible. MeUndies has a great offer for my listeners for any first-time purchasers. When you get any MeUndies, you get 15% off and free shipping. Get 15% off a pair of the most comfortable undies you will ever put on. To get your 15% of your first pair, free shipping, and 100% satisfaction guarantee. Not 99%, 100%. Go to MeUndies.com/Valley. That's MeUndies.com/Valley. But speaking of saving money, let's talk about something that we all agree on. I'm talking about saving money. The reality is, if you're not shopping around, you're probably not saving money. So what if there was a way for somebody to do the shopping around for you? Well, guess what, guys? That's what Honey does. It's one of my favorite things in the world. Honey is a free tool, that you download to your computer's browser. When you shop online, Honey scans the internet for coupon codes and other discounts, then it automatically applies the coupon with the biggest savings to your cart at checkout. It's not unlike magic, folks. It works on over 20,000 sites like Amazon, Nordstrom, J.Crew, Nike, Best Buy, etc., etc. And it takes 0 effort to install. It's literally just 2 clicks and you're ready to start saving anytime you shop online. They've saved me so much money, it's crazy. Anyway, you can just go to Chrome. You can do all this stuff. And some people say I don't keep many browser extensions anymore, but Honey is legit. It'll find the best prices on stuff you already buy. That comes from Nine Toes. Irene says, I totally thought Honey was a scam, but I just got $300 worth of bathing suits for $180. I've been there. That's a lot of bathing suits, Irene. Tamiel Martinez Mondrin says, rating 5, comment, didn't think I needed it, definitely needed it. Yeah, it definitely saves you money. So there's no reason not to use Honey. It's free to use and easy to install on your computer in just 2 clicks. Don't take it from me, take it from our listeners. Get Honey for free at joinhoney.com/Valleycast. It's joinhoney.com/Valleycast. I feel like we're having a good time, guys. Let me tell you about one more thing. I once got a box of Awesome from Bespoke Post. Too much? With their box of Awesome, Bespoke Post sends guys only the best stuff every month. They test everything in the box of Awesome themselves, from style and grooming goods to barware, cooking tools, and outdoor gear. Every product gets put through the ringer before it gets put inside a monthly box of Awesome. I've gotten it. I still use the ashtrays and the cigars and all that fun stuff. To get started, take the quiz at boxofawesome.com. Mike Falzone, thanks for joining us. Your answers will help them pick the right box of Awesome for you so that you're surprised but it still fits everything that you prefer personally. I know they did that with me, and I have a lot of fun stuff as a result of it. They release new boxes every month across a ton of different categories. It's free to sign up, and you can skip a month or cancel anytime. It's easy to do. Each box costs only $45 and has over $70 worth of gear inside. What? That's crazy. Get 20% off your first monthly box when you sign up at boxofawesome.com and enter the code Valleycast at checkout. That's boxofawesome.com/boxofawesome.com, code Valleycast for 20% off your first box. To receive 20% off your first box, go to boxofawesome.com and enter the code Valleycast at checkout.
2, 3, 4. Too many high goals.
Too many high goals! Too many high goals! Wow, I have done too many podcasts today. Hey, Mike!
Hi, Steve.
Mike Falzone's here, guys, because Joe has left. Oh, thank you.
Great job with the ads, fellas.
We had a good time. I had a good time.
How do you feel about that?
I liked it at first. It got annoying. Then it got funny again. It got annoying. Typical kind of stuff.
Bits.
Kind of the
Typical
day.
classic
That's what the
Valley
days
folk.
are like around
Classic
here.
Valley folk bits.
Whatever the sine wave is. But no, I think it's really funny and cool. I like it a lot. Yeah.
Mike, welcome to the Valleycast. So, Malcolm, what's your show you're doing in L.A. right now?
Doing a play. We have previews tonight. Opens tomorrow. Called Brain Problems. My first full-length play.
And
Tonight
you wrote it.
being...
I wrote the play.
Did you direct it?
I didn't. Bernardo Cubria
Cool.
directed it.
And you're in it. You're starring.
I'm in it. I'm one of the leads, along with the rest of my company, Ammo Theater.
If you could distill the plot into a log line or some kind of a whatever, I'd love to know what it's about.
Guy gets diagnosed with a life-threatening illness and copes by retreating into his imagination.
That's beautiful.
That's it.
It's very beautiful.
There's kittens and swords and dicks and the songs.
There's real kittens?
I don't know. You'll have to see the show
Wow.
Fake dicks though, right?
to see. No, the dicks are real.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Kittens are fake.
The kittens are fake, but the
Interesting.
dicks are real.
No fake Richards
This is
in this
when-
production.
Kittens stop being fake. The dicks start getting real.
Do you feel satisfied creatively by the process of this?
It's good.
Is this the first of many live productions? I mean, well, it's not the first. I know that.
We've been around for like 3 to 4 years, somewhere like that. I should know. And then this is my first time.
But this is your baby.
This is the first time I've written a full length play. It's based around a condition that my boy Tommy Mejia went through. He had 3 AVMs and had to get a bunch of brain surgeries.
What's an avian?
It's an arterial venous malformation, basically swelling in the brain.
Nice.
And they found out because he had X-rays for something else, and then they opened him up and was like, "You're gonna fucking die."
Oh,
Wow, they
God.
caught
yeah,
it.
yeah,
And
yeah.
how
And he was
was-
like, "I don't
he-
want to die."
Is he okay?
Yeah, he's alive now.
And
you
he
know.
retreated into his imagination.
And he
as well?
retreated into his imagination.
Wow, I have to see the hell out of this.
Yeah. And he's been my boy since college, and everybody I'm in a company with, most of them have been my friends since college.
This is a straight play. It's not musical. There's no like song and dance numbers.
There
This
is really weird song and dance.
really
Oh, I
cool.
can't
cool.
wait.
I'm not lying to you when I say there is really everything weird about me is in this show.
Oh, I
There's
can't wait.
Literally penises and songs and wonderful dance numbers and
Fake
And that's
penises.
you in a nutshell.
And that's me. People underestimate how
nutshell.
gay I really am.
Not
a
those of
lot.
us who know you.
Yeah. If you know me, you realize how soft I am inside.
So, and how long is it playing?
It is April
Showing.
26th to May 19th at the Pico Playhouse, 10508 West Pico. I think.
Great.
I hope.
And that's at the Ammunition Theater.
Company. If you go to ammunitiontheater.com, ammotheater.com, we're all over the internet, Twitters,
Well,
I hope to
excited.
Instagram
to
us.
see
You
it.
can Instagram
I
us.
hope to
another
get to
place
see
that
it.
the
now.
internet has.
Should
hope you see it.
Can I get on a list?
Yeah, we'll
Can
put
I-
you. Did I send you guys something saying please come?
No, I didn't
I
get
don't
anything.
know, but I don't want to be on a list. I want to put a little coin in there for my pal.
I'll absolutely do that. Yeah, I
You
didn't
know
think
what?
about
I'd
that.
like to be on the
No,
list.
you just did the CBS pilot. I'll be on the list.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did do a pilot. I'm gonna be
I
on
give
the list.
no money to this.
Yeah,
company.
no, I'm okay. I'm
I
okay.
keep all of the money.
Yeah.
I hope you don't think
No one
I'm
in it
putting
gets
money
any-
into the show.
Yeah.
Oh, this is pure profit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is pure. This is where the money is. Non-profit
Theater.
theater.
Los Angeles Theater.
LA.
It's a gold mine. man.
Nothing makes money like LA theater.
Yeah.
Malcolm, is there anything that you have
it
been
is gone.
wanting to talk to a group of guys about in life that you feel like is either bothering you or making you happy? Is there any kind of topic you have on the edge of your brain that you're like, this is an interesting thing that could spark discussion?
I want to know, what is the thing you're most afraid to do to make it to that next level? Wow. That's a brain problem. That's a brain problem.
I think the thing I'm most afraid to do would be to what's the opposite of prioritizing?
Deprioritize.
To deprioritize my priorities and try to do something completely different. Like if someone came to me and they were like, we have an amazing opportunity in your life, but you'd have to give up everything you're doing right now in order for that to work, that would be a terrifying choice for me. That's a scary thing.
So somebody would be like, hey, you know all these like semi-successful things that you're doing and some actually successful things that you're doing? Get rid of it. We want you to do something completely
Yeah, we want you to do
We want you
something.
to bake, bitch.
Yeah, yeah.
You have this basket, and you have all of your eggs. So,
And it's right over here.
yeah.
And you could just reach out and grab it.
How many baskets? It's one basket.
So I had two.
I have several
So
eggs.
there's two. There's two.
So that's a Steve too. Okay, so
The eggs are all covered in newspaper, by the way. So I don't know if you
yeah.
still want that.
As long as there's comic books on them.
Comic callbacks.
Yeah, that's kind of something I'm pretty scared of. I don't want to have to. I would not want to deprioritize the things that I prioritize in my life.
Too
that's a good way
many
to put it.
lighters.
Why are there so many?
That's a spinoff. Yeah, this is good questions. Good
Also,
question.
Great
Catherine was
question.
nice to work with, if we're bringing that up.
Thank you for
Catherine
Catherine Michael
clarifying.
was lovely to work
I have
with.
some questions.
You have so many questions. I can't. You know, the only reason I don't want to answer is because the show isn't picked up or not. So I'm like, I don't care.
I'll ask you after it's picked up.
All right.
What would be
Oh,
your?
she's fun and good at acting.
What would be your answer to the question that you?
I am afraid of leaving my comfort zone of being the guy who used to be a poor person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's very hard for me to like do the things that would make me like not that guy.
Yeah.
To not be the underdog.
You're right.
anymore that's struggling
It's very hard for me to let go of that.
Yeah.
So
Aren't
that'd be
you
my
always
thing.
going to be the guy who used to be a poor person?
That's the hope.
No,
Unless I
but-
become that guy who becomes.
Yeah,
a
some
poor
people
person
lose
again.
that. They do. It's true.
Because I
gotta
definitely became
revisit
because I definitely became poor again, like,
Uh-huh.
and that sucked. Like I
Yeah.
was like, I would have robbed people, but I didn't have money for a gun. I was like, oh, how much is it?
And they don't believe, they won't just give you
They
stuff.
won't just give you a gun. You're like, hello, I'm out of money. I would like one of your famous firearms. I've
It's
been
time
hearing
for
about.
me to have one of these.
But yeah, no, that sucked a lot. The second time, going poor again sucks.
Mm-hmm.
That's no good.
Yeah, no, that's a
So,
scary time.
But it's hard to let go of that mindset.
But it is what you know. Yeah.
It's hard to be a mindset and be
Fun.
like, boom, start bossing shit around. But that was my goal for the new year. My New Year's goal was to like,
To not be poor again.
that's always my goal. But it was to show out a little more. Like I'd do these red carpets thing, and I'd dress like, just like hood chic at best, which just meant like I wear a hoodie and a blazer. So like now I'm gonna wear a full on fucking outfit like a
Yeah.
fucking boss man.
That's a choice that you have to
Dude,
make.
you did the Santa Clarita diet.
I did do that. Shit.
Yeah. How was that?
That was fucking awesome.
Yeah?
Got to revisit working with Jonathan Slavin, who I worked with in Better Off Ted,
Yeah.
and Goran Vichnik, who was on Timeless.
No way.
Yeah, he was on there.
That's
for like
fun.
A bunch of episodes. I came in there, did my thing. I feel like you can ruin Netflix because like either you see it that day or fuck you.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I can tell you like what happened to me unless you want me to be quiet.
I'm never gonna see it.
Yeah, I turned into a fucking. I'm a fucking zombie.
That's nice.
Yeah.
In what?
Are you coming back?
In what? What are you zombies?
Santa Clarita Diet.
Really? They had zombies in Santa Clarita?
Yeah, it's about. That's what it
she's a
is.
fucking suburban zombie. Drew
I thought it was
Barrymore.
cannibalism and just cannibalism.
No, she was cannibal because she's a zombie.
Ah,
So
I
don't know if that's cannibalism. I don't know what that is.
It
Yeah, I
is
thought they were
sort
just
of
cannibals.
Because she's like a live zombie.
It's
like,
just eating if you're.
Zombies are cannibals, I guess you could say.
It's
You're
just-
not eating other
it's-
zombies.
It's just sort of breakfast cake.
I think, you know what? Alive or dead, if you're eating something that you are a cannibal.
Even if you're a zombie.
Even if you're dead.
Yeah, cannibalism is the act of eating your own.
Eating your own
Species.
species. Yeah.
But is zombie the same species as human?
And we'll
Right.
get right to that question as soon as we come back from this break.
Me Undies is a micromodal fabric.
What is micromodal fabric?
It's 3 times softer than
Oh,
cotton.
great.
Oh!
Earlier on
You're
a
3
different
times
show.
softer than cotton.
I don't know what the answer is to the question, but it's going to haunt me for a while, so thank you for that.
I was wondering to see what you guys' answers
I think we all have varying levels of
I feel
fear
like
of
you
success.
knew what you were going to say, but you didn't want to say it out loud.
The only thing I think would be going from like...
and I
feel
said
like
it
we've-
quick.
Yeah,
I didn't have time to think.
yeah, you did. It popped out. You were. But you also asked a question, so you premeditated that. No, I think there's something to the level of like going back to a feeling of being rejected, a feeling of starting over. I think is a difficult idea because I also feel like I've had to start over at times, and I think that means putting myself out there in ways that allow the possibility of that happening, and that's scary. I would say, like just being vulnerable. I think is the
It
scariest.
was very scary.
I had a tweet
Wait,
back in
wait.
2017 that says, "I'm so confident there's a rapper named Lucrative. I'm not even going to Google it to find out."
That's so good.
You definitely spell that Luke-E, right? Or what is
Yeah,
it?
with a K.
Lucrative.
It's L-U-K.
Lucrative.
R-A-T-I-V.
He's Middle Eastern.
R-A-T-I-V. There's no E on
Might
the
be
end.
Indian.
Rativ, yeah.
Lucrative.
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 That's great.
I'm so confident I'm not going to look it up.
I'm gonna start saying that all the time.
Thanks, man. We were doing earlier. We were doing our favorite tweets we've done that didn't do well.
That didn't do as well as we hoped.
Do you have some of those, Elliot?
He was right there. He's got him in his notes.
Oh, I have a whole list.
He's got a folder.
No, I mean most of mine don't do well, but I also don't. I stopped caring about Twitter a long time. I want to get back into it and start.
That's so cool, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Being honest is always a play. Cool. I don't give a shit about Twitter, and I don't care. So I don't have any that I'm like I put any hope or vested interest in.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where it doesn't really matter, but you hate to see a tweet you feel really good about go out into the world, and then nobody gives a shit. My Sarah McLachlan one? Yeah, I talked about that.
oh, don't worry, Elliot. We brought that up.
Okay.
Yeah,
Different
yeah,
podcast. Different podcast. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well,
I also
enjoyed it.
had what's your favorite Mr. Seuss book?
Before he got his degree.
Yeah.
Imagine having to tune a harp right now.
Right now. That's another 2 a.m. tweet.
Maybe we should have listened to Jim
Oh.
Carrey when he cried out, "Somebody stop me," in The Mask. This is on us.
That got out of hand, and I'll take responsibility.
This is on us.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think a lot about that scene in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids where the dad almost eats his own son.
Oh, because he was like in his cereal.
Yeah.
Or something. That's cannibalism. You eat your tiny child.
That kid was a zombie.
Wait, what if you eat a zombie? That's cannibalism.
I honestly don't know.
I honestly don't know.
I don't.
You answered it so genuinely.
I'm trying to do the honesty thing that Elliot was talking about.
Mike, how the hell are you, man?
I want to know
I'm
about
good.
Mike.
We just talked a second ago.
I mean, not
You wanna
really.
know what scares me to get to the next level?
Yes.
hanging out and being friendly with people that I don't respect.
Oh.
And I've always had
answer.
a problem with that. And I think that
If you want to leave,
sometimes-
just say leave.
right.
You can't because the camera's running and all of a sudden I'm a bad guy because I don't want to hang out with Malcolm. No, man, sometimes I think it hinders me that I'm not as, I don't network well.
You have a tough
unfortunately.
time with the skis balls of this industry.
Yeah.
You shouldn't
to
have
my
to deal with it,
detriment.
though. I don't think you should have to deal with it.
Says the guy on television.
Yeah, and I skip all the Illuminati meetings.
They're going to catch up with you.
You're gonna regret
I'm like,
They
that.
bring
nope.
the meetings to you eventually.
I'm like, no.
You're gonna regret
I'm
missing
like, I got
those.
shit to do. I got a podcast.
Yeah.
At least 2.
Yeah. In the same room.
Yeah, 3 of them are gonna be with Steve. So.
Here's another tweet I wish had done better. I'm gassive aggressive.
That's pretty good.
That's
I like
not.
it.
That's not good.
I didn't
Really?
like it.
I mean, I've
That's
never
just
heard
words.
it. I guess. It
Yeah,
sounds
I've never heard it.
Yeah,
That's just too.
it maybe could have been built up maybe more. or-
Gassive aggressive.
Do you think you've never heard it because no one else thought it was funny either?
maybe that was just a passing thought for a lot of other people.
What about this one? Do you think a butterfly has ever landed on a boner? I'd like to think one has.
I remember you doing that one, and I believe I enjoyed that a lot.
Thank you, Elliot.
He's just saying things.
Uh huh.
Yeah, we're just.
It was a podcast for sure.
Have you heard of Twitter, Malcolm?
Okay.
Wait a minute. None of these mean anything.
Are you
on a
guys not
second.
using Twitter for political purposes and political
guys-
purposes only?
Have you guys not solved anything via Twitter?
Oh, no one has.
I thought we were all solving.
I
the
thought I
world.
was just raising awareness.
That's important to remember is that no one has.
Well, I don't know, man.
I
I'm
thought
feeling.
I saved several children with my tweets yesterday about the Sudan.
I have names.
Mike, there's a movie, and I want to talk. Elliot knows about this. Malcolm, you don't know about this either. But there's a
Shazam?
movie that a trailer just came out for. Not Shazam, no, because that's what Joe wanted to talk about. There's a movie called Velocipaster. Yes, it is.
No.
And it's a pastor that's.
that he's also a dinosaur. Is it a dinosaur that's also a pastor, or a pastor that's a dinosaur?
It's
The
a
dinosaur with the
pastor-
collar would be great.
It's a pastor who.
If it's a dinosaur wearing a collar blessing people, then I'm in for the movie.
Yeah.
All right. Well, here's the description. After losing his parents, a priest travels to China, where he inherits a mysterious ability that allows him
It's a
to turn
mysterious ability.
into a dinosaur.
That allows him to.
At first horrified by this new power,
Why wouldn't you
Mysterious
be?
ability.
a hooker convinces him to use it to fight crime.
He's not a hooker. He's a dinosaur, and then he went to a hooker.
A hooker with a heart of gold who's a muse of some sort.
They always are in the
He's
movies.
the Velocipaster.
Wait a minute. So he's from
Oh.
where? He's from the United States, and he goes to
And
China.
He's a priest travels to China after losing his parents. Yeah.
So is he then just the dinosaur lost in China, or does he get back on a plane?
Does he get back and come back to America
he
and
goes
preach?
through security as a raptor?
Empty out your pockets. I can't reach them.
I have no pockets.
I'm TSA pre.
TSA pre-hysteric.
Ding, ding, ding. Honk.
And also the tagline for the movie is "A Man of the Claw."
People still make movies like this?
Yeah,
No,
dude.
It's so weird that it's.
Are you
still a
kidding me?
thing.
Why wouldn't you
People
call
want
it? Why
and
wouldn't you
care.
call it "Pray for Me"?
Like PREY? I
That's
don't know.
pretty good.
Velocipaster, I would see before.
Yeah.
Pray for me because I know Velocipaster is going to have some kind of Velociraptor in it.
Um,
and
I
pray
know
for me.
Pray
I
for
just
Me's going to have
But-
a lesson.
I
But
love
Yeah.
it.
pray for me is going to have a lesson. There
but-
might be some action.
But Man of the Claw?
I don't think that's good either.
A
Yeah,
Man of the Claw is not good. No. But what? Let's try to come up with a better one. What's a good dinosaur pun that could go on the cover of Velocipaster?
I liked "Pray for Me."
Pray for me is good, or pray for us all.
I think for
Pray for our souls.
Abundant life finds a way. There you
Oh,
go.
that's pretty good.
He's up to his teeth in God.
What about you? What about you bet Jurassic this movie's gonna kick it.
Kick it. I like kick it as the end.
There has to be a better one.
There's gotta be another.
We
one.
can't let the movie win.
Yeah. Mine's-
Fossils.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just a
fossils.
word.
Yeah.
What about
Fossil the leader.
you'll get the paleontologist of it.
The idea that it's such a complex plot, you'll kind of get the gist of it. It's complex, but you'll get the paleontologist.
paleontologist.
Ex-
You
Excavate.
walking out having an idea of what happened.
I want to know.
What about oh, the Velocipaster. This time you're extinct or something. Like
Must go past her.
must go past her.
Right?
Go past her.
A little bit.
I like it a lot of it.
Must
All
go
right.
past
Must
her.
go past because it works on every level.
It works on all
It
of the
could be a
laughter.
line. In
Yeah,
Let's go
yeah.
past her.
Does anybody want to close it out with anything they'd like to say? Mike, you wanna talk about any of your comedy?
I was super excited that I learned Bulls on Parade out there while I was waiting.
yeah, on this little toy.
He was playing the shit.
Yeah.
Or you learned it
Oh,
on the
no,
guitar.
on the guitar.
Oh, let's hear it.
Okay, just real quick.
Yeah, entertain us, please.
Also, May 29th. Thank you so much.
Should I do this point towards
Yeah,
the guitar
please.
or you?
Point it towards that sound hole, will you?
Do you want me to play the soft version of it?
Yeah, please. Killing in the name.
What's the name of this song? Rally around the family.
Why would you put it up to my mouth? Holy shit!
Well,
When
thank
does
you,
this
Mike.
come out?
Probably Monday for patrons, and then Wednesday for
Other
everyone
folks.
else.
Okay. Yeah, May 29th at the Laugh Factory in Hollywood. Let me know if you want to come.
Are you
I'll
gonna
try
be-
to get you on the guest list.
Are
And
you
then
gonna be
Malcolm,
anywhere
one
before
last
that?
time,
1 week
when's your
before you
show?
go?
Probably, but that's the very important one that I have to sell out, or I'll be banned from the club.
I also have to sell out the Tampa Improv on May 22nd.
Oh, are we a bunch of places before that?
Well, May 22nd is before, and then May 31st we're at the Seattle Abbey Fremont.
I can't
Theater.
fucking wait for
So,
both of
May
those, but
22nd, May
especially
31st,
Seattle.
Yes. Florida, Seattle, Florida, May 22nd, and Tampa, Florida, May 22nd, and then
April 26th to May 19th. Brain Problems, April 26th, May 19th. AMOtheater.com. Go
Love
see
it.
it. It's
Love
gonna
it.
be
I will be there. I'm not sure which day yet. Malcolm, is there like a day that like?
Any day. May 2nd is understudy performance. So if you want to see me, don't go that day.
Yeah,
But
I
if you want
don't-
to see other people, go see it. It's really good.
I'd
It's gonna
like
be
to
a good
see
show.
you, and I'll decide whether I want to see it again with an understudy.
That's fair.
Thank you very
I
much.
think that's fair.
Malcolm, thank you for being on the podcast.
Thank you for having me on your podcast.
Great to
I love
hang
you,
out
Malcolm.
with you today,
I love
Mike.
you, Elliot
I
Morgan.
missed you. Every time I see you, I'm like, I missed you.
I know
you
you're a
guys.
good boy.
You guys are
And Mike, thank you for filling in for Joe at the last minute and being a great friend as always.
Thank you.
And Elliot, nice work, man.
Thank you, man.
And nice work to you, Joe and Lee as well. And guys, thank you for listening to the
Shout out to
Valleycast.
Lee.
Well, Steve.
Shout out to Lee.
You guys are the best. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, rockers.